We have Sheila joining us with her smiling face.
We're live.
This is the,
Good.
this is,
The colors.
this is the
She blends
steel
in with the color.
committee. And we're on, we're starting our next, iteration of the conference committee on the 25 budget. And, we're hoping to wrap up close to 4:30, so I should go home and put my.
Okay, we're gonna make that happen,
You've
man.
got, so, so get a chance to, either comment on anything that we've done, or whether you've had a chance to close out.
All right, so since we've last met, we've gotten an email confirmation, and I think you'll have in your inbox, maybe Anna and Amy have it, confirming where I think we talked about this morning on who told us to move to 220 from the CoC email. So that would be on line 3.
Yeah, I said I wanted to know, document the goals.
I think I'm gonna have to use that, because I think that's gotten me in trouble in the past. Okay, so you should have that. I don't know if you take a look at it. The email's in from the Attorney General's office, right?
And it does say it should be moved to 220,
Yes. So-
and does Ledge Council agree?
I don't know. if they-
does.
JFO does.
I mean.
I'm gonna, done.
Okay, all right, we'll close it out.
Okay, so we can move that, all right.
I was not, I just
No,
want information.
It's,
I've, you know.
that's practice.
I've learned not to assume much.
I have gotten burned by making assumptions.
We didn't close out the court diversion then. Cause that got into the question about a position. And
Right,
let me be very clear. When we put in all of this. Judiciary justice issue. That came from Senator Sears, based, and his committee, based on recommendations. He is not passing out 880 or whatever that bill was.
right.
So anything that is here for the judiciary is what we put in the budget.
So I'm gonna make a note.
So you may have had
Sears
different,
left out.
And I think.
but you have
Representative
nothing,
Squirrel-
you have nothing.
Representative Squirrel and Representative Sears, I think we're gonna have an additional conversation about that, and that's what we just need to confirm.
Yeah.
On that particular one.
Okay,
So we don't have anything else to add on that page. And I know that we've talked to Lori, meaning Chair of Healthcare to get a couple things going. And I think Commerce is, you're still dealing with the beat,
Yeah.
I think, right? Yeah. I think I scared Mike, the Chair of Commerce, because they're like, no, she needs this today. I'm like, well, it can be, and to work with you on that, right?
Yeah.
I think we're going to page line 66.
So then,
line
yeah.
66.
Yeah,
So if we want to start from there, we've got some things that we could go through, at least get through the 5 pages here, and then we can get you on your way home and us as well. So line 66 on page 2, yes, protects the agency, which,
I think we're very nervous, and we know that, you know, we have to do that to make sure that we retain every,
right.
every federal dollar.
And then we'll hang on to the bottom, we'll wait and do the one times next week, but we can get through this. So on page 3, the very top, okay, lines 69, yes, because anytime I see pension, I just write first week next to it.
Chris is
And that-
okay, we're okay.
Right, so we're okay.
This isn't okay until I tell him.
Okay, so then,
It was your addition. Chair.
that would be very smart on, Mr. Root's part to do that.
We have worked on pensions.
Yes, that was how
Yeah.
first came in, or he first came in.
Oh, it's a wonderful trial by fire.
Yes,
Nothing like it.
diving off the deep end.
Mhm.
The 169 is.
Line
Is
60.
okay.
Line 69 is okay, line
70 is okay.
I think that was just a technical correction thing.
Uh-huh.
And if I move down here, I'm gonna skip some, not,
No,
yeah, that's up here, nope, we're doing the cybersecurity.
What
but I
line?
think 72 is okay.
Oh, way down. to the
That was-
bottom. Oh.
No, it's at the
Let's
top.
at the top.
Ours is
Line-
on
Line
the
72.
Ours is on the bottom.
Way here.
Oh, you know what, we're using the original
Oh.
one.
So the numbers changed.
No, the numbers didn't change, but the line didn't change.
Where they are on the page.
Yeah.
They changed.
All right.
I'm doing.
So as long as you say line 72,
Yeah, we're all.
we all
yeah.
have the same line
Okay.
numbers.
Yeah.
Um,
Line 72.
I'm wondering. you know, it's really nice to have so much blacked out here. But I'm wondering whether it would make sense to, every time we close something out, if we could actually reduce the size of this document so that it's only the section still open.
Yeah, we can grab, we'll put the ones that are closed at the end.
Yeah, something like that, so we don't have to keep, and that way,
Right, so that we're not
yeah. Just
functional,
like
but it's good
Andy
to
was
see them.
saying, it was hard to
Yeah.
see some of this, so I was thinking maybe it would make sense just to, every time we do it, we just.
Well,
Strip out.
I do appreciate it being big letters, don't
Make
the
this-
smaller pages.
Suggesting that, I'm just suggesting.
Put the closed ones at
Close
the
one
end.
at the end, so we aren't having to.
Yeah, because I wanna be able to see them someplace to.
Right, I do that too.
You know, I
might wanna keep the
understand,
same
I,
file.
you know, I
Yeah.
understand that the male brain requires more frequent reinforcement. than the female. So I think that's what we're experiencing here, is an example of that scientific finding.
Proof.
Yeah,
If you haven't noticed with me,
Evidence-based.
it's always called feed me.
oh, well, I just did it, right, okay,
Okay.
we'll keep
But
going.
anyway, and if we don't have to do it every day, we could do it at the start of every day.
Or something like
Because
that.
we're gonna meet 3 times a day, we don't have to do it. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so
Or
line
maybe
70,
we don't do it if it's too much of a problem. Fund
line,
transfers,
line 73 is okay. With us, unless you wanna change your mind too.
I do not want to, because that was embedded in a report that was written partially by Nolan. And we had feedback from, included in the report, the recommendations on this language
Yeah.
change. And I suggested if they want language change, they probably shouldn't embed it in a report that
Right.
most people haven't read,
Oh.
But we got it fixed.
but I just happened to.
These act forgivable loan, okay.
Yeah.
So line 75, universal meals reversion, that is fine. Line 76, fine. Line 77, we're gonna hold JFO's got
So,
something, yeah.
119, 76 was fine,
Yes,
77 is fine,
but not 77.
not 77.
79 is fine. Then I'm gonna skip down to all the way to 85. Updates numbers to meet statutory requirement is
Seems like a
fine.
good idea.
That was, I didn't, okay, we got pulled for the pay act, okay, line 88, we're just holding for the pay act. Although we did pass
All right,
that.
86, we're not agreeing to.
Not yet.
Not yet, I wrote probably, but not yet. That's, but I, well, because I need to figure out where that came from.
Oh, it's coming from the caseload reserve. It's not a demand.
Not
This is relating to the ahead pilot.
No,
Yeah,
this has
this
to
is
do,
a-
to pay the tail claims by, doing the pilot with the global payments to hospitals, up to the 5 hospitals that were recommended.
Yeah,
this-
the 3.9
so when
that we
you're-
took out.
When you're doing the upfront global payments.
Yeah.
You, for, those beneficiaries, you've got claims that are still yet to be processed, they're
Right.
called the tail. So the
Right.
3.9 is funding the tail. And this is a permissible use out of the caseload reserve. And so it is not
This is-
adding,
The same 3.9 that was a part of that 5 hospital pilot?
yes, it's exactly what it's for. But the governor used general fund and we're saying, no, use the caseload reserve, which has quite a bit of money. And so we are, just to be clear, it's not,
Not general fund.
no, it's not general fund and it's not taking it away from any other place. It's just using this reserve and in a way that's permissible. And it's a one-time payment because the tail is just paying those claims that are still, flowing through the system.
I'm gonna, only because Teresa's not here and I haven't checked, but it's, at least now I know better. I mean, I know where
They
it's.
probably would, yeah, so you don't need to, and this would be, I would assume your health committee would have had some discussion about global hospital payments and the
Right.
importance they are in terms of our healthcare reform. So it's not the same as ahead.
Okay.
Not the same.
No,
There's a couple different 3.9s
But there's
and that's
the
why.
3.9 that's triggering it for me, that's.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, this is, and this is simply to pay
The tail.
the tail claims.
Okay.
All right, well then the 88 is a part hold for the pay act to figure out where that's gonna go, so otherwise it's that line item is.
What does
just a-
TK stand for?
To come,
To come. To come,
yeah,
With a K?
It's a
spelled phonetically?
green, he taught me this trick.
it's
in like a manuscript and then you put in TK, two columns, so it's easily searchable because those two letters don't appear next to each other in many words.
Ah.
So you use a K instead of C.
I think we'll keep you around.
A font of information.
Where'd you learn that?
It's over here on-
manuscript.
on-
Oh, it's on the new stuff, that's why, we aren't looking at the new one, okay.
All right, all
We'll keep going.
right, so where, all right,
93.
93 is okay. 94.
Wait, so we did, yeah, so the ARPA sweep, adding the Medicaid H.
Matter of fact, from 94 all the way down to the end of the page is okay.
Oh, wow.
How's that?
Of course, so a lot of that is,
That is the ABLE, for anybody who's listening, the IT for the Ledge Council, Choice Lodge,
Beamer grades.
Confidentiality, yeah, all the.
yeah,
Oh, man, look at that.
just
State
color,
renovation.
color that right all in.
Won't even.
All right,
Okay,
Well, 91 is still open
yes,
and
and
92.
92.
Yeah.
We just have to do
Yeah.
some looking at that.
yeah, that's the language of the stuff, but, yep. All right, so then that is page 3. And we're at page 4, okay, which is the flip over, for my page 4, line 104, which has got Chris Root's name on there, so that is okay.
Wait a minute.
Beamer's race.
Yeah, I thought we closed that out. You said wait at the end of the page.
Okay.
Oh, sorry,
Right.
the end of the page,
Yeah.
never
We
mind.
have different things.
This is true.
Oh,
To the end, to 103, line 103.
oh, but we did 104 too.
Yeah,
Well, that's
and 105 is okay.
106 is pilot.
We're just gonna check something about that because,
Oh, yeah.
I know we've had language about the 100% of assessed value and that the concern is that Montpelier won't get their 184,000, which we want them to get. What we want to be sure is that by putting that language in, that other communities who are getting a separate payment are suddenly getting over 100%. So we're just checking the language on that, because we know what the intent is to make sure it's the right, it's what we all want it to do.
Otherwise,
107.
107 is fine. 108,
No, yeah,
hold on just a second on that one, and then 109 is okay.
So there's two. All right, now I can flip the page.
Okay.
wonder what ones you don't have, because
I don't know, just because they, yeah.
I know.
4 minutes.
I don't know. All right, so we're now on to page
111.
Number 111.
110 to reach.
Yeah,
110,
holding.
hold on to 111 is okay.
You want to close out funding for Mike Fisher, he'd be happy.
Which one is that?
The 153.
Well, is, that's called.
I'm not arguing against myself. I'm just joking.
Joking, yes.
I'm just joking.
So 113 is.
113 is good.
And 12.
No, we have to,
12.
That's, yeah, the residential beds for youth thing, yeah. Okay, 114 is a no for now, I hold. And
115 was yes, that was the thing that we don't use anyway.
I'm confused, I got a pencil question and then I wrote okay. The
Oh.
116 is okay.
115. That was just the emergency rulemaking authority
Right.
that never was
Oh,
used.
Right, so we were
Um,
eliminating.
Yeah, and they
language.
they supported that,
Yeah.
Right,
getting rid of it,
you're okay with that?
yeah.
116 is okay.
Yeah.
So now 117, 18, 19, 20, 21 are things that we want to wait, speak to Representative.
Well, let me
Yeah.
tell you, why we did that. Diva said that they had to do the technical analysis of the insurance market because of the federal timing. It needed to be, re-examined. I have an email from Stephanie Barry saying that that's their number one priority
Yeah.
to look at that. So if we go with the Medicare, savings plan, we go with the pilot to move us forward to hospital budgeting, which is really key to payment reform. And we, there was a third, so it was the Medicare cliff, it was this study, and then,
Methodology.
and, then there was some other methodology as it would relate to the, resource-based relative value analysis and the home health. And what we said, remember a few years ago when we said to a department who said we can't do it because of workload,
Mhm.
and we said, yes, you can do it, and the answer was, no, we can, and we don't, and we will. So it was a matter of how much work can one department take and do in the analysis that was necessary. So the hospital pilot, the Medicare savings, and
Yeah.
this plan here seem to be a fairly heavy lift for one department, and it seems like everybody has an idea about what to study. The other concern that we have, and we saw that with the FQHC study last year, is that the minute you ask for a study, it conveys an intent or desired fund.
Right.
It is oftentimes used as a mechanism to say, we don't have the money, we don't want to make a decision, and so we'll give you a study. So if you read the FQHC study report,
Yeah.
it was millions of dollars to go to a cost-based reimbursement. That was put in last year. This year, that wasn't even a priority that came out of your health committee. So we are very, very vigilant about if we have a study, and we had requests from VSEA to do a number of pension studies. We said, unless we thought it was realistic,
Right,
that the money is going to be there,
right.
we're not engaging or creating false hopes
Sure.
that somehow the study is going to lead to something that in all reality, we know we can't fund.
Well, I know that Chair Houghton felt pretty strongly and was her number one priority on some study that's not in here because they all go together, and I cannot talk to you about it just yet. I just have it in front of me to give you chapter and verse on why we need that in there, but I will have that for next time.
I guess
It's not.
So understand the workload
it,
issue.
it's
was
really
one
a
that
matter
was
of
in-
prioritizing the workload. So
Right,
from our perspective, doing the,
Methodology.
well, from our perspective, doing the survey of the health insurance market, getting the implementation of the Medicare savings, which is something that's been a top priority.
Yeah.
Plus, moving us forward on our payment reform and the hospital global payment methodology were our top priorities. And, if there's time available, the language says, based on resources and workload, then these others, we would like to have them done. But oftentimes, people want them done because it's gonna show Medicaid doesn't pay enough. So unless we think next year is gonna be better than this
Right.
year, the
I don't
question
think that's
is.
what I don't think that's what their study was talking about. Yeah,
All right,
I understand.
so we're just gonna allow her, because she's not here today, to make sure that you get her
I'm
input
in touch with her.
and what the piece
So-
that's missing.
So it's a
Right.
workload issue for us.
Yeah, I understand. I wrote this down.
Yeah.
All right, so I've got a whole bunch of don't knows, but either that, we just ran out of time, but I go all the way down to 128.
Right.
Which is the EBT benefit that you struck the language for updated eligibility information. That, I think I think I made
That was
sense.
a technical letter.
Yeah,
Remember the genesis
Right,
of that?
That they already do this.
they
Yeah,
needed to have it fixed, yeah.
yeah, so non-citizens are eligible for summer EBT.
So we didn't need the
just
language,
nice,
we
right?
did, yeah,
Right.
that's. So we can close that.
We
out.
can close that one out.
And I don't.
35. I had 135.
We have 135. Okay, removes, that's gonna be, that's a good one for Teresa, will you take a look at that?
And
I didn't write anything.
we
there,
were
but
really concerned, that somehow, it would, could create, being out of money at the end of the year. And so there was some follow-up with, the emergency crisis fuel is, administered by CAPS and CAP agencies, and we checked with Commissioner. And he was okay with this. This was language that I think was requested by,
Okay.
Capstone. Yeah, and so we checked with the commissioner and he said it was fine. So you don't need to decide. I'm just giving you the
Okay, the
background
background on it.
of what,
because we didn't do anything with this, and then when first thing I saw was removed, and I thought you removed it from us, and we
No.
would have said strike and not,
no,
you're removing.
Yeah,
Okay, well,
Yeah.
uh-huh.
Right, so that's those two, 135 and 136.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't have
They go together.
anything else on that page anymore.
Our page.
We can do 137 pages.
Oh, yeah.
That's easy.
There's no money, that's just adding.
No, it's adding the Deaf Blind Advisory Council. They attend all the meetings.
They wanted to be officially wrapping up.
They attend all the meetings and participate.
Well, if that were the only criteria that we use, we would have meetings of, we have many that
We
are.
have many
members.
Yes, but everybody that is on it said this is functions.
Okay, right. So the next one, we said we had 140, at least we're in sync then.
Yeah.
We're at the hospital.
Yeah.
That's
That makes
fine.
sense.
142, okay. What did we decide on? I think I've got checking, 500, right? Technical amendment,
No, we found education fine, that's fine.
okay,
We-
because I had
we went through that.
something crossed it out.
42 or 40?
143, 142 is okay also, and 143.
But 144,
Not yet,
No,
no,
the,
nope.
waiting for the.
We have other stuff, yeah. And then
the next
145.
5 is all right.
And that just moved English learners into its own categorical aid out of the regular sort of general education thing. But I understand.
There was a minimum categorical aid for schools that only have a certain number of EL students. I can't remember exactly what, we had to clean that up.
Okay.
And then I had 146, take a look at that, was that?
Oh, that's still
No,
going
wait.
down, we're waiting on that one.
Okay, cool.
that is
And then
reducing
hold on.
the structure reduction to
Right.
25 to
22.
23. 23, three,
Right, minus 3, yeah.
So, on the VHIP piece, I did hear from somebody about, there might be something that we might come back with on that adds to. There was the 5-year plan and the 10-year plan, and I think the 10-year plan did not have the same.
Yes, the
There's
language,
something about- yes,
right? Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
Oh, the 2 different programs, the 5-year program and the 10-year program.
right,
This,
it's
Did you
been
get that,
actually,
Sam?
yes, it's been actually one of the most successful programs in reducing
Yeah,
homelessness.
we know that, but I didn't know we had a 5 and 10-year plan.
We do,
they call it.
It's not their program.
it's grant,
They're
it's
2 different grant programs.
forgivable loans,
Oh, I see what you're talking
a
about.
5-year one and a 10-year one. And
there was-
they don't have the same criteria for
For
the
the
10-year one. We'd like to see the same criteria for the 10 years for the 5.
We're gonna take a look
So we'll
at that
take
and
a
see
look
what
at
what that is that's missing. All that came to our attention is that they weren't the same and and maybe that.
And we had language in 829 about that.
And so it might be helpful.
So I just want to put that on your radar that we're looking at that. So,
So the issue is around identifying that group of recipients, the same as the homeless and the.
no,
No, that's not the.
That's not the issue.
That's not the issue.
no. That
That's
is
it?
all I have for
That's
now.
quite a bit
Yeah.
for first day.
Every day. Well, we're on the short end.
Deadline this year.
I know.
Tomorrow morning, when I saw this on my desk, I thought, oh, I have that already. Well, this evidently is a
It's new.
30
yeah,
30 page
30-page.
new technical.
But we have folks will be
It's not
looking
bad.
at it and,
They talk
Yeah, so
about it tomorrow. The JFO is looking at it, and they can't make any recommendations on it, so.
Just tell me in 153 is adult, education funding, it's that.
we need the language on the 60/40, that was.
That's the language that we've got.
That's what I was thinking.
That's what we're getting, yeah, but there's still discussion that needs to be had about community school. That's separate from the.
That's separate from.
Right,
adult
that's what we're
ed.
getting it separate.
If they want to fund community schools, they will have to do it in the miscellaneous ed fund. And they will have to make the decision to add that.
That not-
here, and the notwithstanding language to go with it.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether our education committee is going to agree to that or not.
I don't-
That's why I'm
I
doing
don't-
it separate.
I don't, Edward has
Yeah.
been
I
Because you're-
all
you're-
in agreement.
We're all in agreement, just getting the language, so we can put it, but I got the language, we got the two together, and I want them separate.
So, committee, it's just a little.
There we are. How's that?
There you go.
It's wonderful.
Senator, good job.
She's got it, okay. Okay, so we're meeting tomorrow at
9:30.
9:30 tomorrow, so I'm gonna adjourn